What's up, guys? It is the Khaiza, and we're not gonna skip on just me right now. We got our boy, Eskateerr here. Yeah, we actually got soundboards for this. Can I I can access this over here. That's it. That's it. The jazz hands. Let's go. What's up, Eskateerr? How you doing today?
Tired. Just, trying to do homework.
Just trying to do. Oh, still at law school, right?
Yeah. Professor basically wanted me to rewrite a paper, so I was pretty much frustrated about that all day.
Oh my god. Like, how long are law thesis papers, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't think it's she called it like it's just like a final paper just for the class, but it's like it sounds like she wants it to be like an academic article, and it's like, well, I don't really want to do that.
I don't want to do that. I feel that. Earlier today, mom and I went out for a mother-son outing, and we were just talking about college stuff. And it's like, yeah, man, with AI stuff and chat GPT. Yeah, all that shit with the AI and stuff. It's like a lot of faculty are just worried about AI takeover, and especially on English professors or English teachers, if students use chat GPT, it's what's the real difference between
I'll crush that in one thing. The students in those classes, they have to know how to use the technology first.
Oh yeah, true.
So if someone knows already how to use the technology, they will probably just write the paper themselves anyway.
No, that's true. That's true. They won't know how to do technology, but there's also that loophole that they could hire somebody to help them with the papers, especially with ChatGPT.
That's already happening without AI, so.
It's alright without, but let's see. It's a weird, bold adventure with AI, ChatGPT. The new, the X marks the spot on Twitter with Elon Musk and shit like that. I'm like, yo, bro.
I straight up deleted Twitter on my phone. I'll get on my PC every once in a while just to check, just to see what's going on. But
yeah.
I literally just deleted it from my phone.
Yeah, I'll still use Twitter. I'll still use quote unquote X or Kai, because that's the thing, man. When X started popping off, I saw a lot of people using the hashtag Kingdom Hearts and all that shit for the Kai blade and all that shit. I'm like, come on.
That would literally give it more legitimacy than just
they're calling it X, yeah, the Kai blade. All the Kingdom Hearts fans rise up or stand up. I'm like, oh, god damn it. I was done with Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, yo, man, why you gotta bring that shit on me again?
I haven't even played it, and I'm still way better with it.
Yeah, but let's we're gonna be beginning this Khaiza Dojo, right? And that's good a segue into one of the best games that came out of 2023. Street Fighter 6, yeah. Street Fighter 6, no question, no cap, right? I don't think well, then again, Street Fighter 6 came out with came out when Diablo 4 came out soon after, and then at the end of the month,
no one's talking good stuff about Diablo.
Yeah, no one's talking good stuff about Diablo 4, but then you got the other redeeming factor of the June release, which was Final Fantasy 16, and a lot of people have been raving the fuck out of FF16, right?
Good point.
I'm pretty sure you saw me play the beginning, and so far I've been playing it through and through ever since.
It looks super fun. I want to play it, I just don't have time for anything except one fighting game right now. I don't have time for more fighting games.
Yeah, we gotta have time for more.
And I keep wanting to, because I saw that somebody, was it Pyro, was talking about the new Grand Bamboo Rising, and I'm like, I want to play that right now, but I don't.
Yeah, that's the goddamn realm that we live in this alt universe of 2023. Man, back then fighting games are nowhere to be seen before the avant-garde of Street Fighter 4, but now there's beta, and then there's Street Fighter 6. It's we had 1, 2, 3 betas. Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat, and Grand Blue, while Street Fighter 6 is still popping off with 2 months of release.
It's like legitimately like this is like an exact 180 of like the 90s. Like in the 90s, they would just pump out fighters, and then it was terrible. Oh, just deal with what you guys here, so go for it.
Yeah, right. It's just
This
crazy
is broken.
stuff.
Like, they'd be like, "This is broken. We can't beat the boss." They're like, "Well, suck, man. Just feed us more quarters."
Feed us more quarters, yeah. And speaking of like you know, monetary value, man, because, well, before that, right, Street Fighter 6 come out, and this Khaiza Dojo will be primarily on, you know, not just, you know, myself's review on the game, but also Eskateerr's review. So think of this like video as like a dual review, sharing our like pros and cons of the game.
Sorry, it's just the best.
It's already the best.
There's only like a couple things that I have like a problem with, right?
Yeah.
All right, so like I do see how some people don't like the the drive system.
Oh, we'll save the mechanics for like later on in the review, but we hinted on like the monetary like value, right? The price value for Street Fighter 6, you know, being 60
2 million pot, yeah.
Well, that's one thing, right? The Capcom Cup will be, you know, next year, like in advance, right? But that's 2 million prize pool for Capcom Cup, you know, let alone because, you know, Street Fighter's already garnished that much, you know, popularity and attention. But the fact that Street Fighter already made like what the reviewer scores, like I see on Game Critic, Polygon, everywhere, like in the past like first launch day of Street Fighter 6, they give it like 93s or like 95s. So like we haven't had. And I remember this from like Maximilian_Dude, and was talking about Street Fighter 6, and in the podcast of Triple KO, we haven't had a fighting game that scored really that high ever since then.
No, he's right.
Yeah,
like I try to keep up with some of it too, or I'll keep up with like normal people talking about it. The last time somebody was like the normal audience was like hyped for a game was Mortal Kombat 11, and I think they were only hyped for it for like maybe a couple months, and then nobody talked about it after that.
And nobody talked about it. Like the last time I think like somebody gushed about like a very well like crazed like fighting game, a like popular fighting game, was I believe Smash Ultimate, like getting close to like 9s and shit. Like this was like, you know, Smash Ultimate being, you know, Smash Ultimate, right? It's the video game like warehouse of all this like memorabilia, and, you know, possibly officially licensed Mugen. Like we could also like call it that.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Right.
They just put everyone in there, and they're like, what's balance? Just go.
Yeah, right. All I have to do is just say, for the casual appeal, like one question is like, how many fighting games are there where you can play as Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, duking it out with Steve from Minecraft?
Also, like, why does the Smash community hate Steve that much? Other than like he's broken, but like everybody's dealt with broken characters since like forever.
Well, I mean, and I have like a lot of like Smash friends, like, you know, not just us Eskateerr, but I have a lot of like IRL friends that go to like Smash locals and shit like that, and play like Smash online. Steve is like one of those like online like warriors that just, you know, you see him like everywhere, regardless of like the specific player. He just has like good buttons. The mining card is always like good. You can like edge guard people with neutral special, and it's like you see him rampant everywhere, and possibly like negate like Smash like neutral with his like, you know, toolkit and everything. But then again,
many fighters. There's so many fighting games though. That's like all of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like that's just like Iron Man would be worse than that.
Yeah, but then you tell a Smash fan of like, you know, what's MVC2? I don't know that. I don't know that. It's like that's just like a thing. It's like
it's just I don't want to be like that boomer type where it's like how do you not know these old games? But it's like at the same time like how do you not know these old games?
Yeah. my bad Smash fans, but also not my bad Smash fans. It's not our fault. It's just y'all let this happen. It's not our fault.
Look, I know 13-year-olds that know Smash, like, you know, MVC2, like they know it because, like, you know, if the MCU came out, so like they'll try to look up like video games for it. Sometimes they'll probably come out for like they'll come across like MVC2. It's like, oh, I kind of feel like I should probably want to play this game.
It's like the 13-year-olds that look up MVC2. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. Motherfucker, I played it on a PS3.
Yeah, they might not have played it, but like they know about it at least, and then maybe they'll pick up, you know, Marvel 3 instead.
And pick up Marvel 3, yeah. Which is funny though. I mean, off of like, you know, a side tangent. I mean, we're talking about Street Fighter 6, but yo, dude, those Evo registration numbers for 2023.
Everyone keeps talking about it.
Oh my goodness gracious, man. Marvel 3 at the top 4 spot. Primetime Sunday with 1.3 registered numbers in the goddamn morning.
It's gonna be legit chaos.
It's gonna be legit chaos. Alright, what was that? What was it? I saw like who you know LEPISODE, right?
Sort of.
So he's like a fighting game like content creator. He's like, you know, he does like, what was the DBZ Fighters lobby shenanigans sort of vids.
Wait, who did you say Thero?
LEPISODE, yeah. LY.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, that sounds familiar.
Oh yeah. He recently did like a lobby shenanigans, and there was like this like opening animated skit, and it's like him and his crew's like, all right, Morgan Phoenix Doom, let's see the balance patch. And it's like, oh, this game is still played in 2023 and it's still an unbalanced mess. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's
but
just, I mean, like let's kind of like be like, when they try to balance it, they like make it more boring. So
of course,
I mean, that old adage of like just nerf it a little bit better, like they kind of does make things better.
That's like the history of like Marvel vs. Capcom games. It's like, you know, like Marvel 3 only had like one like update patch, and that was technically a update release, and that was Ultimate Marvel 3, and that was it. Yeah. That's all it really is. Historically, Marvel.
I mean, to be fair, like games back then, that's what you had to do, you know?
Exactly, yeah. You either had to like, you know, play the current game and like hope for like a new game, or just, you know, throw it in a dumpster if you're tired and old with the game.
Like, does anybody remember that like Street Fighter 4 technically had something in between, like before Ultra? Like they had Super Street Fighter 4?
Yes, they had the whole like Street Fighter Edition lifecycle is vanilla, then Super, then Arcade, and then finally Ultra. So it had to go through like 4 versions of like updates.
Yep.
Yeah, so the Street Fighter like saga like continues, and we're gonna be seeing that in Street Fighter 6, right? But
I will say that like that kind of stuff that like confuses people who haven't played like fighting games in a while, but like they used to, like when they were kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like last weekend, like I had to go to like Dallas to like visit family. Not for like anything bad, just like, you know, they just want to get together. And
of course.
I had to drive my mom there. So we go there, and like one of my cousins, he's like, he was like, next time we come, like, you know, we gotta do something. I was like, I just got like one request, which is have like a system here so we can play a fighting game. And he was like, oh, let's play Street Fighter 2. I was like, okay, but if we do that, we have to play Super Turbo. He's like, no, the original one. I was like, dude, no, we're not doing that.
Nah, not if I'm playing OG Street Fighter 2. Nah.
Yeah, I told him too. I was like, we're not doing that. That one's too slow. We're not doing that. He's like, yeah, but it's the original. And I'm like, you know what Super Turbo is, right? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, then you know that it's better, right? He's like, no, it's not better. The first one's better. It's like, dude, don't.
Oh my god.
And I even told him to his face, dude, I was like, don't do this bullshit. Don't.
Yeah, that's some boomer sense. Oh my god, like I want to play only the original version, not the updated version. I want my classic busted characters that weren't patched in any other version. That's it. Leave me alone and let's put up the quarters.
And then like the first Street Fighter 2, it was slow. Like just like if you ever tried to replay it, it's slow, dude. It's so slow.
Oh, exactly. Right,
It's
which
so
is
slow and it's so busted.
right, which is
And
like
not busted in the good way either.
right, and that's like a good drawing point. Is like, you know, we got to get back to like Street Fighter 6 because we have to like do this like review. So first off is like what are our overall like what are our first impressions of Street Fighter 6? We've been like hamming it up, preluding these Khaiza Dojos up to like now that like Street Fighter 6 is going to be the bomb, and definitely proved it on the launch day. It definitely proved it. Our first impressions, like I'll like go first, is goddamn fantastic. Playing it on the PC, even though like I have like PC problems now, but still it's like, damn, this is a great feeling Street Fighter 6.
Yeah. I love it. Because I have the two copies, the PC copy, but like my PC crashes sometimes, so I have the PS4 copy, and you know it should be like worse on the PS4, right? Because it's like an older system and all this stuff. Works just fine on the PS4. Like every once in a while it lags, but like my PS4 also isn't like hooked up directly to like my router. It's like hooked up to like a Wi-Fi extension, because I have it upstairs. So that like it's hooked up to like a Wi-Fi extension, and even then like it works really good, usually smooth, and like it's pretty, I don't know, it's kind of
I'm surprised by the fact alone that it runs on the PS4. I would like imagine like the fans must be kicking up like jet turbines on the PS4. Like, goddamn, this is a very expensive Unreal Engine game on the PS4, no less.
And my PS4 isn't the upgraded one. It's one of the first ones. It's like one of the ancient ones.
Oh, first gen? Wow.
Yeah. And it still runs pretty good on the first gen PS4, man.
That's crazy. I'm gonna have to like go back to like my PS4 because yeah, like I know I had some like trouble with PS4 like overheating, but then like I switched around the SSD, and now I could just like play like even more. But still, it's like I think it's like a OCD thing, especially after getting like a PC and everything, that like if I start to hear the fans like kick up at high speed, then I'll be like, oh no, I gotta start cleaning.
No, I get that, honestly. I mean, but you know, to be fair, like they still work on night sites and stuff, so it's, you know, that does bug me too.
Yeah, exactly. But so far, Street Fighter 6 overall impressions, we both can agree that it's pretty goddamn like bomberific, and we could like get into the first aspect of Street Fighter 6, and this is like what's been like the highlight is the game and the mechanics itself of Street Fighter 6, right? I absolutely love the drive mechanics, man. It's just like I feel like Max in this like case that you know, I sort of like have like similar feelings with how he like feels in like fighting games. It's like have like a mechanic or have like things a fighting game does that open up player creativity, and that's what Street Fighter 6 does. It's like, oh my god, drive stuff like impact and drive rush and like doing drive parries is the most satisfying thing, because who knows what you can go through with the drive mechanics and whatnot.
I've seen some patterns with it. I personally also really like the drive system, because I just think it's like unique, you know.
Oh
it's
yeah,
kind of like a, you know, it's like a parry but also like an attack thing at the same time, but also like it's tied to your EX move, so you have to think a lot about the bar. So I personally love it a lot, but I've seen a lot of people complain about it. They just think it's like too, I guess the drive impact is too strong for too many people. But I mean, that's the only thing I could think about. Like, and then that's not even my complaint. It's just like other people's complaints, you know.
Oh, of course, yeah. Like, we'll like rank our like our favorite like drive like stuff in there, right? Or like the most utilized drive stuff that we do in our like toolkits whenever we play Street Fighter. Drive rush, definitely one of my favorites, because it opens up like combo potential, and it just like goes into like neutral. Man, the feeling of just like, you know, doing like the shortcut of like forward and then forward with the medium buttons to go for like engage is like incredible. Like, I love being able to like cancel like a parry into like something and then just like sweet like bonuses after. And not only that,
I mostly like pairing all the. It's like I come up against a lot of Ken players, and they tend to throw a lot of fireballs. So I like pairing fireballs all the time.
Oh, pairing fireballs. Yeah, that's the classic Ken players. But also, Drive Rush can also be used like in combos. So whenever like I hit like a medium button or like a heavy like button, and then I could like go for like any like cancelable move, I just like input drive forward. Or in this like latest like update for Street Fighter 6 after Rashid like came out, instead of just like forward, now it's just like press 2 medium buttons after like a cancelable normal, right? Which is like that opens up a lot.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
I had just gotten drive rush down too, and they're like, well, no, it's just 2 medium buttons. I'm like,
yeah, it's like two medium buttons. Yeah, it's like it opens up a lot of, man. That's another like, even like in post-launch, Street Fighter is doing whatever it can to do like accessibility features, which is like their forefront of what they've been like doing ever since the first like trailers came out for Street Fighter 6.
So like, do you go mostly in ranked, or do you like try out the other modes too?
I've been mostly trying out ranks. Yeah, I've been like doing ranks. I wanted to like make Street Fighter 6 like my goal game to be like, you know, a competitive like sport. I want to like, you know, enter locals and shit like that. And now it's like, you know, Rashid coming out is like, you know, that's my baby. Like, that's my boy. I want to, like, you know, take him.
He's insane, too.
Yeah, he's fucking insane. I've been seeing a lot. Yeah.
I've tried him out. I've gotten more people to rage quit with me with Rashid than I ever have with, like,
oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, like, Rashid is definitely fucking, like, sauced up.
And I'm not, like, primarily, like, a Rashid player. Like, in Street Fighter 5, like, I tried him out. I thought he was good, but, like, I wasn't a Rashid player.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I know. I have like one of my.
Crazy.
Yeah, this one is just crazy. The fact that he can like just get like an air current right off of like some like special moves, and he could get like an amp up like speed or like mix up potential that whatever like he can like do is like absolutely insane enough as it is. And
the thing that gets me is that the drive, what was it, like the drive eagle? Or the eagle kick or whatever.
Yeah, eagle spike, right? Yeah.
The eagle spike, he has like so much knockback on it. Like if someone blocks, like he goes so much back that they can't touch him. It's
essentially a heavy Blanca ball, but for like Rashid, like it just returns back to neutral. It's like, all right, I'm back here, but he is insanely like recoverable though.
Super recoverable. Even going up against another Rashid player, it's like when I can usually like at least do like a little poke or something to start like, you know, start like a combo, or maybe start like, because I use Jamie, so like Jamie's like, you know, punches to try to get like an extra drink in. Mm-hmm. They've already recovered and they're already hit.
Yeah. I will say though, like, back to like the topic of like, you know, the drive mechanics and whatnot, like drive is definitely like my favorite one. My second favorite one would be, drive rush is my favorite mechanic. Drive impact would be my second favorite mechanic. Because as you mentioned, right, drive impact is used a lot everywhere if you're in like in the lower ranks, because it's like, it's like an armor move that people like throw out, and if you get like a good like meaty like move, because it's definitely one of those like drive impact is one of those like armorable moves, like an armor crush move in Tekken games. Like people just like love abusing like armor and it's just like drive impact is super flashy to look at.
But I think like some of the complaints about it are kind of unwarranted, because it's like, yeah, drive impact is kind of like, you know, OP sometimes. Mm-hmm. But like if you whip it hard.
Oh.
And two, like it doesn't armor through everything. So like I still think it's still kind of balanced to me.
Yeah, it's still balanced. The only like weaknesses, and I've been talking to friends about this who are getting into like Street Fighter 6, the only like weaknesses to drive impact are like a few things that can definitely beat out drive impact. One is the essential throw, so you can just like command grab it, or you can like neutral throw it out. Two is Yeah, always do. Yeah, if you're playing like a Zangief player, I was like, oh my god.
Just don't try to drive impact ever, but just do drive rushes with them.
Yeah, do drive rushes. The second thing that beats out drive impact is that if you do any hit that is more than 2 moves. I tested this out like a little bit ago in the betas, is that it beats out 2 moves and that's it. If you do like a quick like multi-hit combo, like a Chun-Li like 100 leg kick or like a Jamie like target combo, then it's over. The drive impact is like gone. And also, you can also react it to your own drive impact. Drive impacts are definitely like, I think like 8 frames like reactable. Yeah.
I've been getting used to those. A lot of people who are really good at reacting to drive impact. They're calling drive impact.
Yeah, because drive impact, especially with, you know, the topic of being like the drive gauge, is like scary as hell, because if you use too much drive gauges, whether it be parries or rushes or drive reversals, then you enter and even overdrive moves. Yeah. Overdrive moves, I'm still gonna call them EXs.
That's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting they're a different name now.
Yeah, I still call them EX moves. I'm not gonna call them overdrives or anything like that. That's not like, nah.
I mean, it's not even that I refuse to call them overdrive moves. It's more like I literally keep forgetting.
Yeah, right? Like, if I see a Street Fighter character glow yellow, that's an EX move. I'm not calling it an overdrive move.
I bet you, like at Evo, they're gonna, a lot of the commentators, they're gonna call them EX moves too.
Yeah.
They're gonna say the same thing too. They're gonna be like, hey man, look, we've been calling EX moves for like a decade.
Yeah, right? But yeah, if you use like any like drive moves whatsoever, you enter a state called like burnout state. And burnout is when your character is like, you know, super like grayed out, and negatives of being in being out in burnout state. You don't get your drive rush pack, and you get actual like chip damage. And the game, and historically Street Fighter always had like, you know, stun, right? When you take a lot of damage or you take a lot of hits like throw loops or all that shit, you take a stun in older games. In here, if you enter burnout and somebody does like DI on your ass in the corner, you're full stun.
Yeah, you're full stun.
Yeah, right? Like, it's like, I don't know if I've heard any like complaints about burnout state. I think it's like, it's a good idea.
You're right, actually. I haven't heard too many people talk bad about it. They complain about being in burnout state, but they don't complain about the actual mechanic of it.
Yeah, right? It's like, it's crazy because, you know, burnout can be also, I mean, it does prevent you from using drive moves, but it doesn't prevent you from doing like special moves or like throws and shit like that. And it recovers fast, right? Yeah. It recovers faster.
Fast, and then don't you get like a couple plus frames too, like when you're in burnout?
A couple of like plus frames, yeah.
Not a lot, but like a couple.
Yeah, it's like a couple. I mean, but still, you're still like, you know, reeled back like a Guilty Gear like strive like guard break like animation. Burnout is still, it's like you don't want to be on like chip damage or on like guard most of the time. Actually, I found out that if you're the aggressive type, even if you're like burnout, your drive gauge recovers faster if you're more aggressive rather than defensive.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I found it out through like a podcast or watching like Matt's. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
That sounds like a little like Guilty Gear, isn't it?
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, you get like, what was it? Negative penalty, and you get like reduced like gauge if you're being like more defensive. But if you start being more aggressive, you know, you get a lot of positive benefits. So that's really cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty good risk reward thing there.
Not a lot of players like catch that because, you know, when you think of like burnout, you're very vulnerable. So you don't want to engage. You don't have a lot of your tools in your toolkit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like the mechanics of Street Fighter 6, you know, is well polished. I don't think there's like any problems, right? I don't think there's like any problems with like, you know, Street Fighter 6, you know, mechanically. No, I can't like think of anything. No,
I can't think of much either. I mean, the only other complaint I would have about the game itself is that I guess right now it tends to time out your connection too many times. But other than that, yeah, because that happens to me too. But like, I mean, you connect so even after that, you connect back so quickly, and there's so many people playing that like.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of like an inconvenience, you know.
Yeah, that's very true. Like as we were talking about like Evo, like how, you know, Ultimate Marvel 3 got like, you know, 1.3 registered like numbers. Street Fighter 6 with the staggering number taking over Guilty Gear Strive with like 7,000 people entering that tournament.
That's insane. That is literally insane.
Yeah, man. It's like for 2 years we've been like dealing with Guilty Gear Strive being like the #1 top spot for like all of these like tournaments, and now here's Street Fighter 6 that everybody loves for like their charismatic characters, new characters, old characters, but with a new flavor. And you know, well, speaking of characters, right? I think I like a lot of like the characters like visually. As for like mains, I think I already said Rashid is, you know, definitely one of my mains. Me and Eskateerr share a mutual main that we all love, hands down. Jamie, Jaime, whoever you want to pronounce it. Yeah.
I call it Jaime.
Jaime?
I just realized today that I was spelling it wrong on Twitter too. I was spelling it Jaime, like, you know, like in Spanish.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's more like anglicized, like Jamie.
Yeah, like Jamie. Yeah, that's super cool. But yeah, that's like the one character. As soon as I got the beta, I'm gonna main Jamie, cause like, bro, I said this to all of my friends. How many times have you ever seen a drunken master in a Street Fighter game? That alone.
You know me. You know me. Like I love the drunk guys. So I even have a new catchphrase too. I'm like sometimes when I win, I'm like, you know, oh, do you want to be a fighter? Well, I want to be a drunk.
Well, I want to be drunk.
Hey, Jamie.
Or like, was it the commentators pack for, you know, Street Fighter 6 is like, all right, Jamie, like I got a lot of drinks, so like I can't do it. It's time to sober up.
Gotta sober up.
Yeah, but Jamie is definitely, you know, one of my mains. Also, you know, my other main that I took to like Diamond 1 recently. Maybe
that's hardcore, dude. I can't get past silver.
You can't get past silver? Oh my goodness.
No, man. Like I don't have time to practice, and when I do, it's like, all right, I gotta go back to study.
Oh man, yeah, we gotta get you on that like grind ladder, man. Because man, goddamn, Street Fighter 6 feels so fun to play, even on like ranked. Like that's one of like the things. It's like,
yeah, that's the weird part too. It's like even though I don't get past like certain ranks, it's still super fun to play.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things that like, when you play like a fighting game, or like, even though like it can be like fun, if you get like punished in some other like fighting games, it could be very, you know, not rewarding or dissatisfactory. But then when you play like Street Fighter 6 or Killer Instinct, it's like you're having fun playing, winning or losing.
Yeah.
That alone is like rewarding, because, you know, fighting games really, you know, we could talk about like the general topics of like, you know, fighting games. It's like, you know, not a lot of people will get like the grasp of fighting games because they don't know special moves, they don't know like Oki or frame data. They just want to like mash buttons and like do shit and beat their, you know, cousins, siblings, rivals, husbands, wives, all that shit. They just want to have like a good time, essentially.
Their boomer cousin who wants to play original Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, that's or like the Smash fans that only want to play Smash and no other fighting game. But it's such like a rewarding thing to like have like a fighting game that you feel good about losing and not just like winning. You're actually like learning and growing as like a player, and it feels good. You don't feel bad like if you're playing like online. Like the connection sucks in some other like most other fighting games. Street Fighter 6 definitely like one of them being, you know, rollback netcode, right? And the online will segue into like online. Fucking online is smooth as butter.
Yeah, super smooth. Even if you're upstairs with a Wi-Fi router.
Even upstairs, it's like Capcom fucking knocked it out of the park with this.
Knocked it out. Wait, so who did you take to Diamond?
Oh yeah, one of my mains, Marissa.
Marissa. Oh, it's Marissa, dude. Like,
oh man, fucking yeah. I love my baby girl like powerhouse. I love being able to do like 3 or more armor moves to like catch them off guard.
I'm so scared, but I haven't played a Marissa in a while because I think they're all in diamond rank now.
They're all in diamond rank. Yeah, because like we could talk about like characters again because like we talked about Gushed a little bit about like Jaime. That's like our mutual main, and it's like he gets like drunk levels. He is essentially like yin and yang of Street Fighter. He doesn't have like fireballs, which is, you know, the dissatisfying part about him, honestly.
Yeah, it is. But like that's the same problem I have with Ramon in King of Fighters, you know, 15. So.
Oh yeah, true.
Find a way around it, and I mean they at least give you like a way out, you know. So it's like if someone else is throwing fireballs, you can at least parry it. So. At
least you can like parry it, but it's like. How many times can you like parry, like let's say like Guile, like Sonic Boomstorm? I tell you like oh my god, do it again. It's like, oh god. Yeah. That's my number one hated matchup is Guile's. If you're a Guile out there, shame on you.
They are worse. I will say they are worse than Ken players.
They are worse than Care players. Oh man.
Ken players at least try doing something other than fireball.
Yeah. That reminds me, you know, one of my hated things like in fighting games is like one-trick ponies. I hate like that style because, dude.
I remember that. I remember you're going up against somebody in King of Fighters 15 and they were doing like it was just like one like there was like somebody with a fireball move and you're like, this is no.
Oh yeah, that was Athena. We don't talk about that one.
Yeah, it was. I kept wanting to say it was Athena, but I was like, what if it's somebody else? But
oh no, it was Athena. Yeah, but I say that because like one of my hated matchups playing is also like Guile, but fucking I got tilted hard by like a one-trick pony Blanca. Heavy rolling attack. Like go back to neutral. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's not pleasant to deal with either.
Yeah, and like I learned like how to do it like soon after that stream. Is like, oh, you can do like drive rush and then punish counter him. But then the moment like he does that, it's like I don't know when he's gonna like do it.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Is you know that you can counter it, but then like now you have to play the guessing games. Like when is this one trick gonna come out?
Yeah, right.
And then you put more on edge because you're like, well, what if it doesn't do something else? But he does the move again.
He does the move again, yeah.
And it frustrates you. You're like, you get the move again. And I didn't see it. Now I'm frustrated that I didn't see it.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I was like, oh my god. But back to like, well, Jamie, right? Because, you know, that's the thing about like Street Fighter 6 is like, we were expected to like have a Street Fighter 6 which is honest to god like fundamentals and neutral and footsies and stuff.
Yeah, we did expect that.
Yeah, but now it's like Street Fighter 6 is now like an anime fighter. Now every character has different gimmicks and different like moves. Like you see like old man Ryu charging up like his fireball. It's like he's a man, not a boy. Like doing that.
I do like what they did with Ryu too.
Oh my god, yeah, charge up like the will of like the Hado and he gets like extra moves. He has like it's not the fireball one, it's the quarter circle back like punch where he does like the Hasho thing.
Yeah. I called it something else in my head, but I forgot. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was so fucking cool. Every character has like, you know, different mechanics and gimmicks that help them out in like either early game or like late game.
Oh, have you done avatar battles? They keep announcing those, but then I just don't do them.
Avatar battles? No, I still have yet to like do World Tour. Right, I'm still in my journey to do World Tour as like Khaizakahn on my PC.
So that's probably like the other like drawback is that World Tour mode. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's super fun.
But we'll save that. We'll save the World Tour stuff, but we're still like into like the character stuff, right? Yeah, like Jamie with the drinks and Marissa with being able to like bulldoze like you over. Every character just got like different like stuff that makes them unique and not, you know, similar at all to like other characters. Like, you know.
So who would you say is the most unique? Because for me, that's gonna be the girl again, little girl.
Oh, Lily.
Lily, that's right. Oh, why did I forget that name too? Why did I forget that? Yeah, Lily for me is kind of like the most unique one. I don't know why, but like, it feels like she's more unique, you know? So everybody else, yeah, they have like their gimmicks and stuff that they can do, but like Lily's charge up for the win, especially before Rashid came out, just feels like it felt a little different.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Well, with Lily's like mechanics is that, you know, she has like wind stacks or wind buffs, and what those do is that it not only gives you like more hits, but also gives you recovery. So you can do like, you know, Tomahawk Buster into EX Tomahawk Buster.
Yeah.
And especially on like frame data, Lily can be like super scary because like if she lands like, let's say like a medium or like a heavy, like, you know, Condor like Spire, like the horizontal one, like on the ground, that's plus frames on Lily, so she can like keep going.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's really scary. Everybody thought that like Lily would be like, you know,
they kept saying that she was like low tier for a while.
Low tier for a while. Yeah, exactly. Everybody also thought JP was going to be like low tier. Look at JP like now.
No, dude, not low tier.
Yeah,
that is scary.
The quote-unquote NetherRealm character of the Street Fighter. The character
I guess I'll show you.
The character that literally carried Sonic Fox in the Twitch Rivals tournament of Street Fighter 6.
I missed that tournament. I didn't see that.
Oh, it was fun. There was a lot of legacy characters. There was new cast as well as like old cast. It's like it was a fun time to be like Street Fighter. But yeah, every character is like unique, and well, I haven't asked you like who are your mains yet, other than like Jamie Skater.
So Jamie's the one I've been using mostly. DJ.
Ooh, DJ. Oh,
DJ.
Please tell me you do like the maracas at like the start of the round, my guy.
Sometimes I forget.
That's like what I see like in every like tournament or like in Twitter is like, bro, you gotta do the maracas before like every round. You gotta be like a DJ man out there, bro.
So DJ, those two for sure, and kind of Rashid whenever, because I only have him on like PC right now, cause I'm trying to pitch some money for school, but
okay.
Rashid he's just, I didn't play him in Street Fighter 5 because he felt different, like he didn't feel like the usual character I would play.
Yeah.
But I did try him a little. I felt like, okay, if they changed him a little bit, like I could probably see myself playing him.
Mm-hmm.
But then Street Fighter 6, you know, when he came out here, I was like, oh yeah, I see why so many people kept playing this guy.
Yeah, like he like what you teased about him like a little bit before. He's insane. The fact that he can do like, you know, air launchers into like tornado mix-ups and spinning mixers and all that shit is like, yeah, this guy is like, he's confusing like at the start because of what he can do, but once you learn how to do it, once you like because he's a mix-up character more than anything.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I was saying like his like I guess I call him wind fireballs. It's like there's like little wind stuff that he does that like shoot up into the air, and they have like different arcs.
Yeah.
Those are super scary. They'll stop you like mid combo or something. Somebody will be coming towards you and like they try to like jump, and like if you can react like well enough, like you'll know exactly which wind to use and you'll just hit them every single time.
You want to know what's my favorite move from Rashid's toolkit is the Arabian Sky High, where he gets like a triple jump, like he goes like woohoo, and
yeah, that one's super fun to use.
Yeah. It's just like let me fake out this anti-air for God's sake.
And then he jumps, and then like it kind of like, and it looks funny too, and it looks cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, you can like follow it up with like a combo after like an air current infused spinning mixer, and then go for like, you know, the Arabian Sky High like dive kick. didn't like go for like super.
He's like, I could definitely see myself playing him, but I can see myself having to like learn him too.
Yeah.
It's so insane.
Yeah, like I said, once I get like my PC like fixed up, it's like, man, it's gonna be Rashid all day, every day. I wanna like take him to master rank. I wanna like do like my accomplished duty as like a Rashid guy. I don't care what anybody says that like he's broken or anything like that from past experiences of Street Fighter 5.
I mean, like, who cares if he's broken? It's just, get around it. Like, I'm sorry, but that's been the mentality since the 90s. Like, I don't know why people are complaining now. Like, you've been dealing with this since the 90s. Like, just.
And he's tournament legal. He's ready for Evo.
If he's tournament legal, then I guess, you know, the top players and top people who have to watch this stuff, like, they think it's fine. So
yeah,
just get over it, dude.
Just get over it, right? I mean, there was like CEO where there were like, you know, a lot of juries. Juries is a goddamn disgusting character. She plays like Marvel vs. Capcom in Street Fighter.
She does, and I agree, it's disgusting, but also like, I mean, it's kind of fun to watch. I'm sorry, like, she's like super fun to watch.
Yeah, there was like, what was it? CEO of 2023, right? And it had like Kaba, Punk, Mena RD, two-time Capcom Pro Tour like champ.
Oh,
and
I think I did watch a little bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like grand finals. Yeah, it was grand finals. There was a lot of juries, and like,
yeah, I do remember.
It takes a lot of balls. It takes a lot of huevos to like bring out Blanca in a grand finals. Just, you see this man throwing like dolls and just going like okay. Now that's a good Blanca. One trick ponies Blancas I don't like, but that guy's Blanca, sick as shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably agree that one trick ponies do frustrate me, and they've been around since like Street Fighter 2 too, like, cause like, and with Blanca, so it's not fun. It's not fun to do. But back then it wasn't the Blanca ball. It was just doing the lightning.
It was just doing lightning. Yeah, that's so true.
Like, you never touch it.
Fucking plus frame ass move like electric attack. But yeah, like characters I really like dig a lot. Even like some of like my most hated like characters. It's just like fun to like see them like flex their stuff and like not just be rigid Street Fighter characters, but rather, what can you do with this character?
The one thing I've seen, Manon, like some of her moves pull you in. I don't hate it, but it's also not fun to deal with.
That's the one character, like if anybody were to ask me, or like you were to ask me, Skater, who's the most unique character in Street Fighter, I would say Manon. The fact that, you know, because I always talk about this with my friends as like, you know, the character dynamics like evolving and changing in Street Fighter. You would expect someone like beefy like Marissa to be the grappler and Manon to be...
It's Manon.
But no, Manon is like this like lanky like French girl that does like judo shit, and she like grabs you, and the thing that makes her unique is her mental meters. Oh my god.
True. Yeah. It's like some of the, you know, some of the moves just like pull you in, and it's just not like I don't even think I can say I can hate it, but it's like it scares me. Okay, that's it. It scares me. Okay, it scares me. Okay, because it's like every time I come up against a Manon, because you know, like you usually have like a certain mindset when you play with like, you know, with all characters.
Yes.
But you always have that one character that you have to switch up the way you play or how you think in order to like play against them.
Yeah.
And it's always Manon for me.
There is like the weakness for like the Manon like pull you in like normals, and I tested this out like myself, is that you could rapid fire jab them out.
That's true. But I forget to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, okay, let me get out of this escape option. I'm not gonna be grab throw into like feared mix, right? I need to like escape and like, you know, give my momentum.
I keep forgetting to do that, and that's because I don't really use a lot of jabs to begin with. But Jamie, like I guess high punch jabs, they're pretty good to do.
Oh yeah.
like really good.
Yeah, but also like I talked about like my hated like matchups. Like you talked about Ken Eskateerr because you've been seeing a lot of Kens, a lot of scrubby Kens out there that just like. Tell me, how many times have you seen Wake Up EX Shoryuken, bro?
Oh, like every match.
Every match.
Yeah, like at least once. at least every match, at least once per round.
At least once per round. They always got to do it. That's their favorite like button.
Maybe not all of them do it like in all the rounds, but they all do them at least once in a match.
Yeah.
At least. Minimum.
And so I want to also ask if you were to like if you are acquiring interest in another main besides DJ and Jamie, who would you also pick?
I have thought about this. I thought about maybe doing Ryu, but I feel like that would be like that'd be something that I want to like explore later on. But I've been thinking about, I think Kimberly. Yeah, I think I'd probably try her out.
Kimberly will take you far, dude. Like she's like a character that will take you to like Diamond or Master at least.
Yeah, I would probably want to try her out. No, not like I respect JP like as a character, and I respect JP players, but I don't see myself playing that one for sure.
Oh, 100%. Dude, there was this funny time when I was playing like the second closed beta of Street Fighter 6. I was hanging out with my friends and I was like, okay, let me showcase my friend's Kimberly. I did all these moves and I was at like an arcade machine. This like scrubby like Ken player. He beat me once one round, I won 2 rounds, and then I left the arcade machine. Never again. I learned what I can with Kimberly. I'm done.
Scrubby control.
Right? But even like with Ken, we've been talking about like Ken is like a fun fucking character.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That's why I don't hate like scrubby Ken players, because I mean, I could.
When a Ken player like knows their stuff, especially like the crazy loops that players have discovered for Ken.
Yeah.
Jinrai loops.
I've come up against them. They are definitely out there.
Yeah. Ken is like the literal embodiment. Like Ken's been like better than ever than he was in like in the older Street Fighter games, because they made Ken like a conditioned character.
Yeah, and everyone's saying that he's finally better than Ryu too. So.
Oh yeah.
I see him a lot more than Ryu for sure. So.
Yeah, because of his gimmick with the run mechanic. He has like a run mechanic that like amps up his.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've seen it.
Dragon Lash gets amped up. It becomes like a ground bounce. Tatsu becomes like a flaming like spinning kick. EX Shoryuken becomes like a Shoryurepa. Like goddamn, this guy is fucking sauced up.
Yeah, he's pretty up there. So who would you want to like do as another main, or try to get to like you know, play seriously as a character?
As seriously, I do want to play like Ken, and like, you know, because that Ken is like super sauced up. Like I wouldn't care like if he's like Fireball Man or anything, but I just want to like do like cool combo shit like Marvel vs. Capcom style. Yeah. What sort of like crazy stuff can I do? And then another character I really want to try is E Honda.
Yeah, I wouldn't try E Honda, but I get why a lot of people would want to try one.
Yeah, well, he's like the new Totsugeki man in online. He just sumo headbutt. Like this man will get away with murder a lot of the time.
Have you seen the JM Cross video where he's like, I'm just gonna do this one move and I'm gonna take him to Diamond. I'm gonna show you all how ridiculous this is.
Was it the sumo slam like charge down to up?
No, it was the headbutt.
Oh, well, it was one of those two. Yeah, it's like, it's very fucking plus on E Honda. But other than that, man, like, I just love like E Honda because he gets to like, his mechanic is praise the Lord in like in the back, and he buffs up his sumo slap move. That shit is OD to me.
Yeah, that's why I would want to try him out, because just of the like just that one move alone.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like those are like my possible mains, and we could also like segue into the other like topic is like modern versus classic controls.
I don't hate modern controls. I don't have anything against them, but the debate that went around it, I felt was kind of ridiculous, honestly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are even like pro players in Japan that uses modern controls. Yeah, like you could do like guile shit like frame 1, and you don't have to worry about like the charge requisite. Like yeah, take them to like diamond or master. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. You know, and then like I mean, I guess with all the characters, you lose some of the moves, so it's like, you know, there is a trade-off. There's that, and like it just kind of makes sense to like have 2 control schemes, because like that's traditionally what everybody talks about, like that makes it hard for them to play like fighting games. It's like you have the classic controls are like kind of complicated for a lot of new players.
Yeah. Like I still use classic controls. I mean, I'm not like a casual. I've been in the fighting game like Brew Stew for like the longest of time, so I've been like used to it. But even like I tried like modern controls and let's say like World Tour, it was like confusing at first. It definitely felt like
it still confuses me. I don't use them, but I respect it.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a Power Rangers like style, like light, medium, and heavy sort of thing, and then like a special move sort of thing with like directional inputs and like whatnot. I wouldn't say I don't like it, but you know, I'm like the guy that I'm used to the style that I'm like used to.
Yeah, same. You know, that's why I said like, you know, it still confuses me because it's like, you know, I have to like switch my brain to playing like a different style altogether, but it's just, I don't know, I respect it, you know. I don't get mad if I see like a modern control player.
Yeah, exactly. So modern versus classic controls, like we don't mind like either one. Do you use classic controls, Eskateerr?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, okay. Team classic all the way. Good.
Yeah, classic all the way, dude. Yeah. I'm telling you, like modern controls confuse me. It's just, I respect it, but classic controls.
That's fair. That's good. But yeah, like modern classic controls like expands like the player base, right? It expands like, you know, people who aren't used to like, you know, special moves at all do like special moves. I know I have like one friend that is like a Tekken main, and he's like a grappler guy. He plays like King in Tekken. So
he's a Zangief player.
He's a Zangief player. Like he loves like doing grass. I mean, grapplers are the best. They're the very high risk, high reward type of like archetype. We've been like talking about
grab, you're gonna whiff it.
We've been talking about like Manon, but like man, Zangief with like EX SPD that like take off like 1/3 of like your health. I'm like, Jesus, bro.
Like every time he does like that move, like the move where he's like this and he's gonna grab you from afar and say, oh my god, I can't believe you tried this. I can't believe you tried this. You jump and you jump out of it and you're like, fine, but then he tries it again. He's like, oh my god.
Then he tries it again. Then he tries it again, exactly. Yeah, but like that's like the thing with like grapplers is that, you know, grapplers are the most fun like archetype of like a fighting game, and you could like take it with grapplers, right? Potemkin exists in Guilty Gear, but you know, grapplers are good if they instill like the fear, is what I call them, and I tell this to like all my friends. Yeah, if you instill the grappler fear of like making them like second guess and like make them be all defensive, that's when a grappler is their strongest.
I call it like the same type of fear, or like the it's like the same type of like anxiety you get whenever you're watching like old school, like, you know, WWE or I guess WWF back in the day when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. It definitely feels like that.
And they always had like like crazy storylines, you know. So you didn't know if the wrestler was actually gonna come out. I was like, are they gonna bring out another chair?
Are they gonna bring another chair?
What is Stone Cold Steve Austin doing this week?
Yeah, but like yeah, it's like a grappler can like take you far, and like yeah, a grappler is good. It's just that, you know, they suck a lot of the times. they don't have a lot of neutral like options to defend against like a fireball, for instance. That's the thing that the grapplers say.
Who read their they read them trying to grab and they just jump.
Yeah, just like shimmy or like jump or like do all this shit, right? Yeah, grapplers are good, but they definitely have like weaknesses. They are the greatest like archetype like in the world because of the shit that they can like pull off. But yeah, like grapplers, you know, they're, I always say, high risk, high reward. If you can pull it off, you can pull it off. Yeah, but back to like controls. I wanted to ask you, Eskateerr, have you tried out dynamic controls?
I haven't.
Oh.
I keep meaning to, but I haven't. So, like, what do you know about it?
So, what I know about it is just that, like a PS5 controller, just something like this, right? You just press like square, and that's it. And that's it.
So definitely like Smash.
Definitely like Smash, right? I mean, dynamic controls is just like a very super casual way. It's meant for local play rather than online. Thank God it's not online, but
yeah, that's true.
But it's just a one button schematic to let you know, you as like the game holder play with like your nieces or nephews who have not touched Street Fighter. Just use like the game.
Is it literally just one button, or do they let you map more buttons?
It's literally just like, you can like mash all the buttons. It's essentially like mashing, but they technically regulate down into like one button. Like if you press square, you press and square does like everything: jump ins, neutrals, fireballs, everything.
So how do you differentiate between different keys?
I guess it's more like it's mainly meant for the kids, conceptually wise.
Right.
Yeah, like.
Well, it really is just for the kids.
It's just for the kids, or just for the super casual, like New York, like, you know, I'm living on my own. I like go to the gym every Monday through Friday, sort of thing. You know, like that's what dynamic controls. It's for those people.
Oh my god, that would be like something I talk about another day. But those type of dudes, like the gym rats like that, they are, I would say, God bless their soul. Like if they're out there in the South, I'd say bless your soul.
Fucking.
They say that to guys here all the time.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm curious, but like I don't want to get into that.
I was like, bless your soul. Just got back from the gym, 2 hours, you know, sweating it out, like bless your soul.
Let's move on to like the well, we talked about like, well, you could talk again about like online. You know, the rollback netcode is like a goddamn like savior grace for Street Fighter, man. It's been one of the few things that like a lot of people have been complaining about for SF5, and now they made it over here. Rollback netcode is just like super great. How many players have you been playing on, like, you know, silver rank? Have they been like mostly Ethernet or Wi-Fi?
I mean, I just started, and I keep going in and out of it. So.
But from the experiences that you played.
PC. So PC with I guess Ethernet, like the cable.
Cable. Yeah, because I was like playing Street Fighter, like getting my Marissa ranked, and even with like Wi-Fi indicators, like even if they have like Taco Bell Wi-Fi, for instance, the match would be like smooth as butter.
Yeah.
Even on like Wi-Fi alone, that's how like good like rollback netcode is. I mean, rollback netcode is like savior grace in the COVID era of fighting games, where before then, you know, games like Smash and Soul Calibur, they don't really look too hot when you're doing like precise inputs on like delay-based netcode, man.
The worst one was Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Oh, 100%. I had to play online before streaming. Oh my god.
It was between Smash and Fighters that was the worst online.
You see like a guy that has like delay-based netcode of like, you know, how many frames are they like delayed? Like 20 frames of like, my god.
I had that too. One time I got 18 frames of delay. I was like, dude, no. I'm not doing this again.
I'm not doing this. And well, the other thing with Dragon Ball Fighters is, you know, half of the time or 75% of the time, rage quitters.
Oh yeah, dude. One of like somebody, because I tend to still make friends even with people that I end up not dating. Like she was telling me that I guess she got fighters for her husband.
Yeah.
And I guess she got the idea from like me talking about it from so much, and she's like, I was like complaining about rage quitters one time, and she's like, "What's a rage quitter? How do you know what a rage quitter is?" I was like, "You'll know what a rage quitter is."
Oh, you'll know.
You'll know what a rage quitter is.
Well, I was about to say, think of it like a casual sense to like, you know, that girl is like, you know, if someone buys your expensive shoes at Macy's before you do, then think of that as
you'll know if they're upset about it.
You'll know if they're upset about it. Something like that, you know. But yeah, Wi-Fi is like, you know, super great. Matchmaking, I don't know about like matchmaking because I find like a lot of variety of people.
Yeah, I think it's getting better. But I think in the beginning they were working out the kinks. But I think it's getting better.
Yeah, it's like, man, Street Fighter is. I had this like joke in my head. KOF 15 matchmaking walked so that Street Fighter 6 matchmaking could run. Like, I'm still mad at that. Like,
I played KOF 15 today too, and it was not great. It's still not great matchmaking, dude.
How many minutes did you have to wait for a match?
At least 5. At least
5 minutes? 5 whole minutes?
At least, yeah, 5 whole minutes.
Oh my god, yeah, that's such a great game.
And I changed, like, at first I wasn't getting anything, right? So I was waiting for like a good couple minutes, and I was like, let me change the settings to be more open, right? And it still took a while to like match to someone. It's just I love the game so much.
Same. I love the game too. Every time like a new character comes out, it's like I want to play him. I want to see what he or she plays like, and then I go back into like the online. I mean, online it's a different thing like altogether. Like it doesn't feel as smooth as like playing like in a room match, because I forbid myself from playing any like casual or ranked match because KOF is very fucking technical, very, you know, input executive. So like if I miss like rapid fire jabs or like shorts, then like that's the online's fault, not me.
Yeah, I'm just done now. Just gone.
Yeah, but matchmaking in Street Fighter 6 definitely feels varied. I haven't fought like the same person like a lot. It's just like different people, so that's like a good thing. Like matchmaking is all about, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I've only fought like 1 or 2 people that were like repeats, and even then they were like on different days. I only recognized them because they did the same stuff. Yeah. That's another thing. That's one thing I do kind of like about Street Fighter 6 is like before the match, you know, when you have the 2 characters facing each other. Yeah. Now it's usually static and it's like kind of boring to look at. Now you can make funny faces.
Now you can make funny faces. Yeah, the character select screen. It's like, oh my god, his fucking faces. Yo, my favorite.
Show my nieces that.
Yo, my favorite ones are fucking E Honda, bro. His face and if you input like left, he just goes like.
Yeah.
Like.
Have you noticed that Rashid's faces? They're trying to pull off stuff like if he was on stream.
Oh yeah, because that's like his lore. Is that he's a video streamer?
He's a streamer. Yeah, he's a streamer now.
Yeah,
so,
that's
like, they carried it all the way to like his faces.
Yeah. And that's a good thing to like segue into, like we talked about online, and it's about like, you know, the story elements, like the lore of Street Fighter 6, you know, because Street Fighter 6 is now, everything is new. Ryu's older, Ken is a hobo. Sorry, Ken is older. He's a hobo, but he's old. Yeah, everybody just got like older and everything.
So I did play the story mode. Okay, so I did play the World Tour. So I picked up a lot of the story elements. So Ken is not a hobo.
Yeah. He was part of a scam more than anything.
He was part of a scam, and now he feels disgrace.
Yeah, he's like on the run. He's like, he came back home to Mel and Eliza anymore. He's like on the lam because of fucking JP shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like World Tour mode is super fucking fun. It's like we've been talking about like World Tour as the most single player driven like story mode in a fighting game, and it is. You get to do like so much stuff in there. It feels like I've been calling it ever since like I played World Tour. It's literally a JRPG, but for fighting games.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, pretty much.
And you get
it grinds just like a JRPG.
Yeah, it's so fun, and I still like want to like go back and learn more from like the masters, right? I've been like grinding out Marissa's style, because the thing with like oh, go ahead.
It is such a grind to grind the masters, dude. And
oh my god.
It's not even getting the experience. It's doing the whole gift thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to do like this whole like persona mode bullshit of like, you know, increase their affection rate, which is, you know, I'll take that. Which is granted, I'll take that more than persona, than like, you know, mingling with high schoolers, than just like, you know, choose like a dialogue tree. I'm like, I hated that shit, and it was preventive.
Yeah.
It was preventive of gameplay. I played the whole Persona 4 Golden on PS like Vita, and like I played the whole thing, and I had to like look up a guide. I had to like look up a guide on anything.
The Persona stuff, that kind of reminds me of like when my friends were playing Mass Effect, and they're like, it's so cool, you get so many storylines. It's like you're picking dialogue. Yeah,
it's just like, I mean, dialogue trees like can be like fun, but man, I'm just more, the way I'm like built as like a gamer is that I'm more into fighting games and action games. Simple input, simple and clean, nothing else, because they're the more rewarding, the more engaging versions of video games as a video game player. Whereas like a JRPG is like, you go through like menus, it's like, this is the least active like thing I can do as like a video game player.
Yeah, dude, it's just, I respect JRPGs like that. I do. Like, I respect it. I respect RPGs, and it's just, dude, there's too many menus. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
go ahead.
triangle strategies, too many menus. Way too many.
Yeah, but yeah, with World Tour is like super fucking awesome. I've been like grinding out like Marissa, because like the thing is, was like when you grind out like the masters, you get like extra costume. You get the costumes. Yeah, and it's just like,
I did the same for Jamie and DJ.
Oh, you got them maxed out for both of them?
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. What I need to look up a guide. What's their favorite gift for like Jamie? And how do you find Jamie?
Jamie was a bow sticker. Jamie's at night in you know, Metro City. He's in Chinatown.
What's the gift?
His is a bow sticker.
A battle sticker?
No, a bow sticker. Like bow.
Oh, a bow sticker. Oh, that's actual a gift? Oh wow.
Yeah, dude, that's a gift, yeah. So like, I think you get that at Blanca's place from the merchant there.
Oh shit. Okay.
Either Blanca's or DJ. DJ has the merchant with the most gifts that you can get. To like gift to the others.
I see.
And DJ's is warm beer.
Fucking.
I swear, it says lukewarm beer on the description.
I see why that's DJ's like right up your alley, Skater. Man likes warm beer,
so
not
fun,
cold beer.
Yeah. It's so fun though.
Yeah, he just likes to groove. That's it. That's what he does. That's the man's. But yeah, like World Tour is like super fucking amazing. I haven't even gone through like most of the stuff.
Do you know Marissa's gift?
I haven't looked up like Marissa's gift. I've just been like grinding.
I can tell you, I remember it. It's I think it's cold tomato soup or something like that. Something with tomatoes.
Something with oh, that makes sense. If it's like cold, like yeah, she's. the personalities of like every like character that you encounter in World Tour is like funny as fuck.
Yeah.
It makes like, you know, bonding like with your masters like, you know, worth it, and just like makes the Street Fighter, you know, series like organic. Right, I've been doing every stream for like a new character I always do like the traditional arcade ladders and see what the hell happened to like these characters in this like post like time skip. Yeah,
it's good to know. Dalsim likes mild curry, not hot curry, mild curry.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Come on, he's from Brazil. Like they got like spicy stuff like over there.
No, not Blanca. Dalsim.
Oh, Dalsim.
Yeah, that makes even less sense.
I'm so mad.
Yeah, that makes. When I saw that, I was like, okay, the curry part makes sense, but not the other part.
Not the other part. That's just cheese and rice. Oh man, that's another reason to hate Dalsim. God damn it. But yeah, just World Tour has been like a lot of fun. Arcade ladders have been like super fun. I haven't like, you were asking like earlier, like the other like single player modes. I haven't tried out the extreme battles yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. And somebody in the last Triple KO podcast, they were like, is anybody actually playing that, or it's just there?
It's just there. Yeah, I've been meaning to like play there. I want to play that casually instead of just like, you know, traditional like Street Fighter, just to explore like some fun and shit.
Yeah, because it does look kind of fun.
Yeah, it looks fun. Look.
And then the World Tour mode has mini games in it, so that's
yes, cool. It does, man. Oh my god, yeah. Speaking of like World Tour, like the mini games that you encounter there is super like vibrant. I think like one of my favorite ones is like the Hado Pizza one, where it teaches. That's the one mini game. That's the one mini game that's like super casual friendly because it teaches people how to do motion inputs.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's the good one. And I had to play on like a controller, mind y'all.
Yeah, trust me, I can.
Yeah, I have to. And like that shit is still like nerve-wracking. I still can't like do like DPs on like that freaking like controller. But World Tour is like, you know, super fun. I've been having a lot of like engagement. It feels like a single player game in a Street Fighter game, and that's like what I've been raving about for like what we've been raving about for these like fighting games, is to have like an engaging like single player story mode that draws not only old fans in but new players into the fighting game genre, and I feel like Street Fighter 6 like fulfilled that with World Tour.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just like, man, doing Hado Pizza, learning like parries and shit.
There's just like so much in this game that like, it's just, you know, fighting games usually don't have anything in them.
No,
it's like, you know, it's like you're lucky if you get like a good arcade ladder, like, yeah, if that.
Yeah, the best like fighting game like single player stuff, and we talked about this in the Khaiza Dojos, is like Mortal Kombat like story mode.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
The way they tell like their narrative and like storytelling, albeit Mortal Kombat is a very like, you know, loose like universe with so many different interloops and interholes that they can like go through. They know how to conceive a good story about the NetherRealm crew.
But then like here's my thing for that. It's like with those games, they focus too much on story.
Oh yeah.
And like when you're going through the actual story, it feels like you're watching a movie. Cool, fine, but also I'm here to fight things.
Yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah.
So like, I mean, like in Street Fighter, like I feel like, yeah, they have good story and it's engaging, but it's not like the main emphasis. Like it's not the main like onus for it.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like the main onus for them was actually the battle hub. Because like if you go in there, it's just kind of fun to be around.
Oh, that's another thing, the battle hub.
And they have mini games. Like they have like old arcade games in there. You know, that's pretty cool. You know,
yeah.
Like how many games get that? You know,
the battle hub is such like a huge con in not a huge con. Sorry, a huge pro in Street Fighter. Yeah, like it really like redefines what it is to be like in a fighting game like online lobby, because in the lobby all you do is just like, you know, wait in line, wait your turn, wait like your queue. Then you have like this like Street Fighter 6 lobby with multiple arcade cabinets, and if you're
you just pick one, you know, and then if you don't want to play that guy, then you don't get on that cabinet. But like, and then when you're on the cabinet, you can practice. So that's, you know, who's gonna hate that, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, like you could do like so much stuff in these like arcade cabinets. You could play like retro games, you could sign up for tournaments over at the battle hubs. Hell, you could even dress up like your avatars by, you know, getting like, excuse me, drive tickets and all that stuff, and you could customize your avatar and like take your avatars to the center of the battle hub and duke out with other players.
The thing is like in World Tour mode, you can like, you know, customize your avatar. So like all that stuff you customize in there, that carries over into the battle. So you don't even have to spend drive tickets. You can literally just do a World Tour and just go from there.
Yeah, but it like Battle Hub, like avatar battles and like World Hub go like hand in hand, because if you have like a mastered like kit from like all like the masters, like you bonded and got like all their like special moves.
Yep.
I feel like that is the time you could take it to like Battle Hub, because otherwise, if you just like got like their style, you're just like a naked ass man. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And speaking of avatars, oh my god, the fucking genetic freaks that people create in that fucking game. Oh my goodness gracious.
Somebody shared in one of the Discord servers I'm in, an avatar where somebody created Butthead from Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Players are creative, right? Like, dude, I teased this like earlier. I tried to create a Bollywood hero. I tried to create Singham. It's like that's my guy. And like, yeah, it seemed like a lot of like avatar creation. Someone like made Kirby, Mario, Waluigi. People have absurd fucking ideas, and if they could like do it, they could do it. Yeah, it's crazy.
The one Mario character that's everywhere, who's never had his own game.
Nah, of course not. No, keep his ass in the coffin. Only like a side character. But the avatar battles is just like, that's what you expect from like a la like a Capcom like game, like from the heirlooms, from the eras of, you know, Monster Hunter, the RE engine, Exoprimal, like just deep intricate like character customization. So like, how can you make this character into like a real life like character with hair physics and everything, because the RE engine allows it. Yeah, like the RE engine is just like, you know, a goddamn like saving grace for a lot of like these like Capcom games, right? Resident Evil has been doing better than it ever was like before. Monster Hunter absurdly well. Devil May Cry, you know, obviously fucking well. Man, it's like if they like really like did well for like, you know, RE engine, man, I'm thinking of, like the possibilities for like other Capcom like fighting games. Like imagine like an RE engine style like, fuck dude, like a rival schools. Yeah, but that's like, I mean, I would say that, but it's like Darkstalkers in that aspect. It's like both of those games are like, you know, they're fun, but they really are ingrained into the cartoony / anime style. More than anything, right? Like it works for Street Fighter because that's like the whole gimmick they're going for, but for like Darkstalkers, for
I just want a new rival schools, right? Like...
Yeah, I just want new rival schools. Something like that, you know. But World Tour is fun. The arcade ladders are like super fun. Learning about like different lores and stuff like that. Oh yeah, also with like the arcade ladders is, you know, once you like do like the arcade ladders, you get like different Capcom legacy art, not just Street Fighter art, but Capcom legacy art when you do like the arcade ladders.
I didn't even notice. I just, every time I beat arcade mode, Because I did it with all the characters, but I did it like in the low setting. Well, not like low, like as in difficulty, just like, you know, five matches, and that was.
Oh,
it.
that's what I do. I don't trust Capcom AI. Never do.
No. So like, you know, I never noticed. I just kept, you know, after.
Yeah.
Like, oh, saw this artwork. It just keeps popping up.
Yeah, you get in arcade ladder, traditional arcade like Street Fighter ladders. You get the intro, rival, and outro cutscenes, but you also get like legacy Capcom art. So you get like artwork from like Kinu Nishimura, Bengus, Shinkiro art from like classic like Capcom games. It's fun to like look at if you're like a huge like Capcom fan that like oogles at art. But like, yeah, it's just
it is a pretty big like art like gallery that they have in there too.
Mm-hmm. Like if you're like a big like art person or like an animation person, then you would definitely be like in Glee just to like play like the arcade ladders and see what other art like can I find with this like game.
Yes, sir.
But we talked about like the pros of Street Fighter 6. Any like cons that we can like think of that would be
I mentioned mine, you know, like you know, the connection sometimes times out, so
yeah,
there's that one. Then another con, I guess, would be you can only make one avatar in, you know, in the game. You can't make more than two, you know, make more than one, otherwise you delete all your progress in World Tour.
Yeah, it's very rough. Like it's not like a Monster Hunter element where like you can create like one avatar in Monster Hunter and then you could like export that avatar to another like save file, something like that.
Yeah, you know, like that would be fine. But that's, you know, it's not too big of a drawback. You can always just customize your character however you want, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that, and I guess, you know, maybe the drive system, maybe, but that's very debatable, you know.
I can see that. That's very debatable.
Yeah.
I was also gonna say like the drive system as well.
Yeah, like just it's very debatable, you know, because like, we already talked about it. It's like it's not even either one of ours is like complaining. It's just we've been seeing a lot of people complaining about it. So it's like, okay, I get why they're complaining. I don't have the same complaint, but I get why they're doing it.
Yeah. I guess maybe my complaint would be like, well, I would say like maybe character like balancing for more than like anything. Yeah, because like
but that's every game, you know, because like
that's every game. Yeah,
especially anime fighters.
Oh, of course, 100%. Yeah, we like what was it? Fucking season 1 Soul Bad Guy with the rapid fire like close standing slash, the gut punch. Oh my god, that was like
that's not even half as bad as Broly in all the seasons of Dragon Ball.
Oh my god, fucking season 1 DBZ Broly with just like infinite like armor, and then you can't like vanish him out to like punish it, and it's like, no, bro.
You just can't get around it.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah. But character balancing is like a little bit like, I would sort of have like a pet peeve on it, because, you know, some characters can kind of like get away with like some shit that like is really like busted. Like we talked about like Jury, and Jury's like definitely like a character that like abuses the drive like mechanics. There's also
oddly a lot of the Jury players I play don't really abuse it as much.
I see. Really? They don't?
Yeah. I mean, some of them do, but not a whole lot of them.
Like, what did they go? What did they go start with, as like a round starter?
They usually try to do. I think they just try to do like one of her special like kick moves, and that's about it.
Is it like the DP move, or is it like the fucking stacking move?
They try to do the stacking move. Yeah, it's a stacking move.
Oh, okay.
And then usually throughout the round, they'll try to do the DP instead.
I see. But other than that, I think, what other like concept like I can like possibly like think of? Well, probably like World Tour. Well, would there be like cons of like World Tour? I don't think so. I mean, I guess it. No, well, no. Okay, I'll say one
maybe with the new characters coming out, they might add like new masters.
Yeah, new masters. Yeah, you have to like go through that. But I guess it's just like probably the grind aspect that we like talked about like earlier, just to like, you know, get like their affection rates like up. Like, yeah, it is like a JRPG, but yeah, it's kind of a little bit like overwhelming for World Tour, but the amount of like stuff that like you could do, and like, you know, getting into like fights is like kind of like repetitive as well if you do it like a whole strain ton. And also there's also like another like pet peeve in like World Tour is like the Mad Gear gang that just like hound your ass whenever they see you.
Oh yeah, every single time too.
Every single time, these like, you know, these hoodlums just coming after me. I'm just trying to like do my business, and it's just like, oh god, a guy with a cardboard box just running at me.
They're not. When you get to like the higher levels in there, like the Mad Gear guys and all those guys, they don't come at you as much. But the guys in Nashal, they will always come after you.
Oh really? Holy shit! I had that experience. Well, not at Nashal, but like in Metro City when it's like nighttime, they cook after my ass.
Yeah, that's true. At night they do come after you more, but once you get to the higher levels, in Metro City at night they come after you less. But at night in Nashal they come after you relentlessly.
Oh, World Tour like pet peeve, like the grinding is like there, and also like the Mad Gear gang. It's just like leave me like in peace sort of thing. Leave me alone. Another like pet peeve would be like the arcade like ladders. Is like, you know me, like I don't like CPU like arcade ladders at all in these fighting games. They just like rob and cheat the shit out of you, and you can't think of them like a human being. You have to think of them like a robot essentially. Like I still have like vivid experiences of like playing like, what was it, King of Fighters 15 with like the goddamn like normal difficulty of just wake up like DPs or like the final end game like boss. But then there's also fucking old school Capcom fighting games that I played, like Darkstalkers and what was it, Cyberbots, the Hyper Street Fighter 2 on the Capcom Fighting Collection. It's like, oh my god, bro, no more.
I just remember in KOF 15, before they patched it out, when you tried to play the boss, you could tell what the pattern was, but it did not make a difference.
No, it didn't. Oh my god. But yeah, like overall, but that's like besides the point. Overall, I think I give like Street Fighter 6 the same like, you know, Metacritic scores that they've been like pumping out for Street Fighter 6. I would still give it like a 9 out of 10 more than anything. I would give it
99 out of 100.
99 out of 100. Damn. I wouldn't give it like a solid 10 because that's like my my preference towards like any like video game. No video game to me is like perfect because, you know,
why it's a 99 out of 100 for me.
Yeah, it's like there's always like a few things that like, and that's just what like I'm afraid of for like Street Fighter 6 is like I don't want to get into like that, you know, emotional mood that if you, the more time you play into a game, the more you start to see its flaws and start to like hate it. Like I don't want to do that for Street Fighter 6. It's like
I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah, like I still like we were talking about KOF 15. I still love KOF 15, but then I have to look at like the glaring like flaws of KOF 15, which is, you know, online, the matchmaking, you know, the hard as fuck like CPU, the bare minimum like stuff that it's still like an old SNK like fighting game. Which is
the thing is like the old school like hard CPUs. I enjoy that.
Really?
For me, yeah, I actually do like that. It's just online.
Yeah.
It's just online for me.
Yeah, that's exactly what we always like need in a fighting game is very like adept online experiences for our like fighting games. If you don't have like good online, then you're like, I remember this from the Hold Back to Block video documentary on Killer Instinct. One of the guys at Killer Instinct Dev has said, if your game doesn't have good online, then you're dead from the get-go.
Pretty much, not wrong.
Yeah, and Killer Instinct becoming like, you know, by the time EVO 2023 rolls around, it's 10-year anniversary. Yeah, like EVO is gonna be like a fun like time for like just a lot of like fighting games. What do you think is going to be like announced at EVO 2023, and what are your tournaments that you're looking forward to seeing, Eskateerr?
Ooh, man. Just 'cause I'm not keeping up with a lot, but for sure, Marvel 3, Street Fighter 6, KOF, and Dragon Ball Fighters. So those are probably the top ones for me, you know?
Okay.
As far as announcements, I would probably, because Tekken's about to come out like pretty soon, right?
I think, well, Tekken not pretty soon. They still haven't given like a release date. I'm like expecting 2024 by like spring or something.
So I feel that at EVO they're going to not announce anything big for Tekken. They'll tease something, and they'll try to hype it up. And I feel like they're definitely gonna try to tease something for Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This will be like the EVO 2023 is going to be like the final year for Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, it's the final year for Mortal Kombat 11.
Which I'm excited to seeing though. That's going to be like, I'm like the same boat as you of like watching like the tournaments like Street Fighter 6, Marvel, KOF, and I'll probably check out like Fighters, but I'll probably check out like Guilty Gear more so than like Dragon Ball.
That's fair.
But yeah, like I want to see like Mortal Kombat 11 because of like how far has like the game come after, you know, like that much time.
About that. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's probably something that I'll at least try to check out.
Even though like, you know, my stance for the game hasn't, you know, completely changed from, yeah, MK11 is just, why? Like just,
why? You
like
remember the garbage, like the nonsense they would throw to you in some of the ladders in the first part, like when the game first came out?
Oh my god. I do remember that. Cheese and rice, no. Like, I mean, it's okay. Like, Mortal Kombat 11 is like a good, visually pleasing like game. As far as like gameplay mechanically is concerned, nah, I don't want to play that game.
It's not there.
It feels like the Grand Blue Fantasy versus of Mortal Kombat games. Like, I respect people.
Rising.
Yeah, I respect people that play Rising. I respect people that play the Grand Blue like games, but they just like feel slow. They feel like bland to me. Like, I want something like explosive and like come up with ways that, you know, is not limited by the game's resources and mechanics, sort of thing.
So Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball Fighters. Guilty
Gear and Guilty Gear, I should make like a video on that of like my stance for like Guilty Gear. I've been like slowly like, you know, I've been slowly like, you know, turning away from Guilty Gear like ever since. My friends like watch it, but I'm like, me as like a personal fan, I'm like, it's not like, all I can say, it's not like Exart. I miss Exart though.
I have Exart on my computer, and like when it came out, I was like, let me try out Exart. And I was like, okay, I get why people like this way more.
Yeah. It, like, granted, like, I like the characters that are in there. I like my boy Liam, that he has, like, a command grab and everything, but, like, yeah, I'll still, like, make a video on it about, like, my thoughts and, like, stances on GG Strive, you know? It just doesn't feel, like, attached to me anymore than it was, like, before, like, an Exart. Sure, good characters get, like, good stuff, but, like, yeah, it's ultimately, I just want sauce in my fighting games. I just want to do cool shit and not to be, you know, obscured by like a big like counter move. Like, it's cool to get like a counter hit combo, but like it feels like Soul Calibur 6, like with the lethal hit shit. Like you have to do like Pythagorean theorem to get like a lethal hit and all that shit. And like, I want to do cool shit in Soul Calibur, not do like fighting game like fundamentals. I can do that, I can adapt to that, but like, I want to do cool fucking combos with it. That's what I want. That's what I want in my fighting games, and that's why I'm like hopeful for like the future of fighting games, a la Project L, the League of Legends fighting game.
Oh, I haven't been keeping up with that, so.
So yeah, it's basically everybody's super jazzed about it. There was a few days ago a lot of like the fighting game content creators, Maximilian, Justin Wong, Yipes, so many others, went to like Riot Studios and played first like hands-on look at Project L, and like, yeah, this game's fucking fire.
Okay. I'm for it. Yeah.
They think like MVCI with Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Oh wow. Okay.
Advanced like tag systems.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they are going like crazy on like the tag mechanics. It is like because it's Riot, and Riot will announce Project L as like a free-to-play fighter. Something along the lines like multiverses and shit like that. So that's good. That's good, right? Because it will be free to play, and it's Riot. They know how to do free to play handles really well.
Yeah. Don't do what multiverses did.
Oh yeah, where like they have like a battle pass and shit like that, and all you get at the very end is like, ugh, God. But the thing with like Project L is like, I say that as MVCI and Battle for the Grid is like, you know, they're really leveling up, you know, the team stuff in Project L. Remember Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where you can do 4 players?
I never got to play it, honestly.
Oh,
but I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, in like old school Street Fighter Cross Tekken, you could do like 4-player like matches. I saw this at like at an Evo before, and it was like, it's really dope. So Project L is gonna have that. You can have you can either ride solo with like 2 characters, or you can ride 1 character and have your buddy pilot like another character, and you can fight like 2v2 style.
Okay. Alright.
So that's really cool. And they have like different team mechanics in that game.
Okay.
Well, the meters, you have 2 bars of meter.
Okay.
1 offensive and 1 defensive. So kind of like MK11.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, but a little bit better. And with defensive bar, you get push block, you get parries.
Okay, so
you get
that does make it good.
Mm-hmm. But they cost like 1 bar to do. Fair. And of course the meter at the top is like your hyper meter. Okay. And then you have like a 3rd meter, which is below like your player's like HUD, and that's your burst meter. So you literally have tag team bursts.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, so they didn't make the meter system complicated.
Mm-hmm.
They just made how you could use it. Like,
exactly.
To a lot of, I guess, creative complications.
Yeah, they added like a burst system that is really like what was it? Guilty Gear Strive like burst mechanics. Yeah. And also you have Project L has grooves, like Capcom versus SNK 2 grooves. Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking.
Damn. But yeah, they have different grooves to play around with. So let me see if I can remember them correctly, right? You have a hold down assist, right? So you can like change like the assist from being like a single button or to like a hold down button to make it like more powerful. Then you have Fury, which is like if you're 25% or less, your assist becomes a powerful assist.
Okay, fair.
And then the other one is DHC. So you can do like MVCI stuff, like you could draw out like a super, then call in your assist, and then lock them down.
Okay.
And then the final one, which is, you know, I think it's something like crazy, and Max talked about it too in his other hands-on video, which is also crazy. He thinks two assists per call. So you can summon out an assist twice.
Oh, twice per match or per round or
for the whole game?
For the whole game?
Yeah, you can bring out like 2 assists. Like, you know, Mortal Kombat 1 with the, you know, multiple assist calls? It's like that.
Okay.
So it's like, you don't have like a recovery for like, you know, your assists.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
You
Okay.
after like the 2 times assist, you could do it like, you know, twice, and then it recovers.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no. Yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like that's like the grooves of like Projectile, which, you know, of course I'm like a big like Marvel fan, so man, I can't wait for like Projectile, bro. It's like it's gonna be like so good. I'll send you like a video on like how it actually like plays like and looks.
Yeah, because I did want to check it out, but you know, time.
Yeah, well, time will tell, right? I mean, it, like Project L is still like in development, right?
Yeah.
We still haven't seen like the fully fleshed out, like we haven't even gotten like a beta for Project L. And if, you know, our theories are like correct for like Evo like predictions, maybe like Evo 2023 could show off like a little bit of like Project L than just like what we saw, you know,
They'll probably tease it. No, think about it. They'll probably tease it. At the very least, they'll tease it.
Yeah, I hope so, dude. I want to see like more Project L, because how they like handle like reveals has just been like nothing but like breadcrumbs here and there. Like the James Woods, ooh, a piece of candy, ooh, a piece of candy sort of thing, you know, like like I want to see like more Project L. I want to get like a hands-on like feel for the game.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but yeah, I think we should wrap up like the Street Fighter 6 review. Overall, y'all should go like buy it and play it, and if you have not, please do. Like the best fighting game out like today. A lot of people are playing it, you know. It's not like a Guilty Gear Strive situation, but like, you know, go play it. It's Street Fighter 6. It's a good time.
If you can only get one fighting game or one game this year, Street Fighter 6 is the safest bet.
The safest bet. Yeah, and it's like, it's a good time to be a Capcom guy with Street Fighter 6's launch. And it's going to get even like bolder near so like in the future. But yeah, thank you guys a ton for watching like this video. My name is Khaiza, and my boy Eskateerr. You can find me on mostly Twitter or X if you prefer. You can find me on Instagram. Of course, my Twitch is khaizakahn, all like lowercase. And yeah, I also have a TikTok. I gotta like make more funny skits and videos. Where can they find you, Eskateerr?
I got all those socials too. The main one would probably be Instagram at Eskateerr_poetry. For fighting games on Twitter, X, yes. That's not gonna last, by the way. It's just not. I'm just calling it right now. X is not gonna last.
Yeah, I'm calling it too. It's not gonna last.
It's not gonna last. On Twitter for fighting games, it's Eskateerr FGC, and then, you know, I have another one that's a little bit more personal that I don't talk any fighting games on.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a TikTok, but that one's mostly venting about like current events that are not FGC related. So
yeah,
I have a link tree, so because I forget all my handles, so I just have one link tree.
Yeah, but again, thank you guys a ton for tuning in. We'll be signing off in here. I'll see you later, Eskateerr. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when the next Khaiza Dojo will be, when I could get like free time to do it.
Sounds good, man. See you later.
See you later. Peace.